Welcome to another episode of Shop Talk down here at Page 3's Game Zone. Today we're going to be taking a look at the January previews from Diamond Comic Distributors, primarily for comic books, but there are other novelties and so forth. This is issue 316 for January. These are items that will primarily be shipping beginning in March. There are other ship dates for these items, but the majority of them will begin shipping in March of 2015. Here's the front cover for those of you that have seen this on newsstands. And then, of course, the other, well, this may be the front cover regardless. But then the gem, and I realize you can't see this or feel this here, but the first previews catalog that I have seen in my time that actually has a raised cover. There's actually like a sparkly textured feel on the word gem and throughout the cover. So without further ado though, let's check out some stuff you can expect to see and you may be very interested in from previews catalog for comics and other nerdfulties through primarily beginning to ship in March of 2015. Convergence kicks off, which is set to be DC Comics crossover of the summer. Some really beautiful art on the cover here of Convergence issue 0 by Ethan Van Sciver. Dan Jurgens and Jeff King are taking care of writing responsibilities for this. So this is a book that you definitely want to take a look at if you're a fan of any of the, especially the major characters in the DC universe. Convergence number 0. A spread here of a few things in the world of Batman. We've got Arkham Knight number 1, Peter Tomasi and Victor Bogdanovic and Art Thibert. Apologies to Victor if I butchered that. Anyway, Arkham Knight number 1 is kicking off. Arkham City is closed, and the Joker is dead in this storyline. So, a new series, a new ongoing series that you may want to check out if you're a Batman fan. And also, here's part of this spread. We've got Earth 1 Volume 2. All of the Earth 1 hardcovers have proven to be fantastic stories so far. Batman has had 1 volume, Superman's had 2 so far, and there have been a few others Teen Titans have had and so forth. But Jeff Johns doing the writing on this one for Batman, and Gary Frank and John Sabal are taking care of art for this. So Earth 1, a one-shot graphic novel style story for Batman. Everybody may love Raymond, but let me tell you something that I think everybody actually loves. Batman the Animated Series. And while this is a early solicit for July release, Batman, Riddler, Batgirl from the new Batman Adventures, and the Penguin from the Batman the Animated Series, some really nice looking figures scheduled to release from DC Collectibles. Definitely want to check these out if you are a fan of Batman, and especially Batman the Animated Series. My apologies, I forgot to mention the MSRP on a few of those. The Batman figures that I just mentioned were $24.95 each on the MSRP. And as usual, our standard pre-order special order discount is 20% off of MSRP. So, without further ado here, let's keep moving along. A gorgeous Superman statue. It actually, I don't particularly care for John Romita Jr.'s art normally, but this statue actually looks like it may make his art bearable. So a Superman the Man of Steel statue, limited as you can see there to 5,200 pieces, and is just over 7 inches tall. This is also a July solicit, as most of DC Collectibles things are, quite a ways out, and it is an MSRP of $79.95, so a really nice deal for a good looking statue. Also, in the similar vein here, Wonder Woman has a CoverGirl statue. just over, or right at 10 inches tall, and an MSRP of $99.95, sculpted by Jack Matthews. Very nice looking Wonder Woman statue. This Mother Box replica from DC Collectibles, scheduled to release in in July of this year, so allocations may occur there, is only $59.95, and it actually does have lights and sound, as they so colorfully let us know here. For those of you that are familiar with some of DC's other past props and replicas, a lot of times when they go out of production, they skyrocket in value. So this may be a sleeper investment, and with an MSRP of $59.95, it may be well worth your while to take a gamble on this, especially if you are actually interested in potentially having and keeping in your collection a replica of the Mother Box. IDW is set to release in March Jim and the Holograms #1, a cover price of $3.99. For the very first time, Jim actually is getting her own comic book. There's quite a few different covers available for this, but the regular cover with the entire cast on it is probably, I think, the best looking cover. For those of you that remember the adventures of Jerrica Benton and the rest of the band, the other names are eluding me just at the moment, but nonetheless, with their battles against the Misfits, this definitely would be a book that you won't want to miss. Jim and the Holograms #1. Miami Vice, IDW tackling another popular 1980s property. It's set to be a 5-issue miniseries. Joe Casey taking on the writing, and Jim Mahfood taking on the art. Now, I just have to tell you, this art looks terrible, in my opinion, but I love Miami Vice, so it may be still worth your while to take a look at Miami Vice Remix miniseries from IDW. Also, another note here from IDW, the Transformers Combiner Wars kicks off in March this year. A cover price of the opening salvo book is $3.99. Everybody loves the Combiners. I mean, in my opinion, everybody that's a Transformers fan has at least one Combiner, I'm sure, that they are partial to over another. And then this is going to be an event that will cross over into much of the Transformers universe. Part 1 also taking place in Transformers Windblade #1. So if you're a Transformers fan, even if you've not checked out any of the IDW comics or any of the other comics previously, this would be a great jumping on point. Get in and see what the Combiner Wars is going to be all about. If you've ever heard of a show or a comic series called The Walking Dead, and if you haven't, I'm not sure where you've been living, but Robert Kirkman, the creator, I guess one of the creators, but the primary, I suppose, creator of The Walking Dead, also writes this book, Invincible. Image Comics publishes this book. It's typically a monthly title. As monthly, I suppose, as Image gets, but it is usually very regular. This particular issue 118, is only 25 cents. So if you've thought about checking out Invincible in the past, this is definitely the issue. If you have not, you definitely want to check out this issue. At only 25 cents, it might as well be free. So find out why it is touted as the best comic in the universe by Robert Kirkman. Invincible #118. Howard the Duck came back into the spotlight at the end of Guardians of the Galaxy. And of course, Marvel's not going to waste any time in producing a new Howard the Duck series. Issue 1 here, scheduled to ship. It's got a cover price of $3.99. Chip Zdarsky and Joe Quinones taking on the duties for this book. So, not too much probably needs to be said. It's Howard the Duck making a return to Marvel Comics in March. The Star Wars Epic Collection the Empire releases. This is scheduled to ship in April. Now, for those of you that are not familiar with the Epic collections from Marvel Comics, they are really nice trade paperback collections. This particular one is going to collect quite a few different issues, as you can see there. Star Wars The Republic 70 through 80, Star Wars Purge #1, Purge Seconds to Die #1, Purge The Hidden Blade #1, Purge Tyrant's Fist #1 and 2, Darth Vader The Lost Command #1 through 5, and Star Wars Dark Times #1 through 5. This has an MSRP of $34.99. For those of you that have just maybe read issue 1 of the new Marvel Comics Star Wars #1, this probably is something that you'll want to check out. Even though these weren't originally Marvel stories, Dark Horse had their time of publishing Marvel release stories originally, so I guess now it's Marvel's turn to produce some Star Wars, some Dark Horse stories for them. That's Star Wars The Epic Collection Volume 1, The Empire. Titan Comics has a number of Doctor Who books available already. We've got Doctor Who, The Ninth Doctor, kicking off his own series, Doctor Who, The Ninth Doctor #1. Kevin Scott and Blair Shedd taking on the duties here at with a cover price of $3.99 on sale in March. It's a 5-part miniseries. As I said, I think I misspoke and said it was going to be an ongoing series, but nonetheless, Doctor Who, The Ninth Doctor from Titan Comics. All right, now we've wrapped up the comic books. Let's take a look at a few of the other things that are going to be available beginning in March. The DC Bombshells Bathrobe Collection. Now, the Geek Chic Boutique, as we've featured before, has got a number of interesting things that will be available. And we've got Batgirl, Supergirl, Poison Ivy, Catwoman, and Wonder Woman. Harley Quinn has already had hers released, and these all have an MSRP of $48. And it looks like they have sizes available in smalls and mediums. And then also over here on the other side, we've got a couple of various and sundry here. One, we've got a neat ladies' tee from Doctor Who, my boyfriend's a Time Lord, that's available from small to extra large in ladies' sizes and has a retail of $19.99. And then also we have a few Walking Dead handbags and wallets. The handbags have a retail price of $59.95 and are, Daryl themed there. Also, the wallets have a retail price of $34.99, and they each come in brown and black. So several great items available from the Geek Chic Boutique. A few more items from the Geek Chic Boutique. Some hobo bags. Both some Marvel heroes. You've got Spider-Man and Captain America there. Those have a retail price of only $18.99. Also, this Michonne sling bag from The Walking Dead has a retail price of $59.95. There's also a Daryl Poncho messenger bag, $89.95. It should be actually, it looks like a really nice bag. A Marvel Comics logo tote bag, $28.99 MSRP on that. And then a couple of different scarves. Just can't resist. I think scarves are pretty neat. You've got a Doctor Who one, and then a Team Fortress 2 scarf. $32.99 is MSRP on the TARDIS call box one, and the Team Fortress 2 is $19.99. So a few other items here, and the Geek Chic Boutique. These are a couple of items that are actually already available, but they're being resolicited as they've got another production run here. A Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess Ganondorf figure, retails of $124.99. And then, of course, Link, he retails for $79.99. We've had these before, and they sold out quickly. So if you missed that on the first time around, now's your chance to be able to grab those up again. A couple of really nice Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess statues. a few other items here that we've had before but are getting another production run. So we've got a Doctor Who 5th Doctor sonic screwdriver, retail price of $26.99 on that. The Doctor Who 8th Doctor sonic screwdriver, same price on that. The 10th Doctor, it's an LED flashlight that is $14.99. A Doctor Who Future sonic screwdriver, $34.99 on that one. And Doctor Who, the other Doctor's sonic screwdriver, that is $37.99. We got a personalize your sonic screwdriver kit here, as well as that's $54.99, as well as a transtemporal sonic screwdriver for $37.99. Several other things here. We've got a really nice British Icon Dalek 12-inch figure, $109.99 on that. And then a couple of things again that went really well for us. We had the Chrome TARDIS ceramic teapot, $49.99 MSRP on that, and an ice bucket and tray combo that's $54.99 a TARDIS. From the video game realm, more here. We've got a very nice Devil May Cry Dante 7-inch action figure. I think a franchise and a character that doesn't get a whole lot of love in the novelty and merchandising realm, so this is definitely a welcome addition to any video gamer's collection at $29.99. This may be one of the priciest things that I've seen in quite some time, but it also may be one of the most amazing and gorgeous things. A Batman Forever cowl and prop replica, an actual 1-to-1 scale, a life-size wearable cowl replica at $599.95 MSRP. Regardless that it's from Batman Forever, this is just really cool. A Batman cowl replica. Godzilla 2000 getting a little bit of love based on the popularity of last year's movie. Godzilla 2000, an SH Monster Arts figure at $74.99. A really, really sweet looking Godzilla. Sailor Moon, as with several months in a row, is getting in on some more love here in anticipation of some upcoming return to television. We've got a Crystal Star replica that's $67.99, a really nice Sailor Moon prop replica there. A Sailor Moon Girls Memory Sailor Venus figure that's $28. We've got several of those other ones coming in later. A Sailor Venus Tamashii Buddies figure at $13.99. And also the Sailor Moon from that same line. Some Super Mario Brothers, Mario and Luigi Nindroids. They are $55.99 for the Mario, $49.99 for the Luigi. If you are a fan of either of these fantastic plumbers, then you certainly would want to check out these Nindroid figures. That should be available. This will probably be a late, like a May or June solicit for this. Something that's kind of taken the collecting world and comics world by storm was Groot at the end of the Guardians of the Galaxy, and you can get your very own Dancing Baby Groot mug for $14.95. Whether you're a Guardians of the Galaxy fan or not, this may be a really fun prop for you to have and a great gift at a great price point. And to wrap up this month's previews look in, we've got some really neat Star Wars Steins, R2-D2, Darth Vader there. The R2-D2 probably the coolest looking one. Also Boba Fett, a basic and a signature Stein. $59.99 is the MSRP on the signature Steins for Boba Fett and R2. And then the basics are $12.99. Boba Fett, Darth Vader, not in that order that I'm showing, also Chewbacca, and then Darth Vader also has a signature Stein. So some really neat things coming out in the world of comics and nerdvolties that should begin shipping in March of 2015, so come down and check them out.